All right. Hi, everybody. It's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm a couple minutes late. I'm sorry. I have no idea what I was doing. Standing here kind of, oh, yes, I do know. I was adjusting my camera, camera arm I have here that I have in the way. I'm not going to move it. So this little black thing you see right here is part of my camera stand, and I apologize that that might be showing in the film, but I just readjusted everything and I don't want to move it right now and screw it all up. So let me get my video goodies in here and we will get going. Paste. All right, I'm using some new products tonight, you guys. Nothing, just a lot of the ink and some paper and stuff. Nothing too major. I do have the Ringed with Nature stamp set and the ringed dies that is carried over from last year's mini catalog. So that is what I'm using tonight because there's only like 3 sets in the new catalog and I got to make do with those, and they're not really all that Christmassy. There's a word one, the perched in a tree, and then the reindeer, and that one's a lot of coloring, so I didn't want to do that one. And then this Ringed in Nature, or Ringed with Nature. So we'll make do with what we got. And why is it not saving? Hold on, let me make sure I said no, it's not for kids. Okay, why is it not letting me save it? Well, I guess I'll come back and add this stuff later. It's not going to let me save for some reason. So we'll go back and I'll add it all back in later. Or maybe it did take it and that's it. Okay, so hi Christy and Dawn. Thanks, I got my little Christmas hat on. Mom's on. Hey guys. Hopefully you didn't get buried in snow up north. We did get a little bit today and it is melted now, but you know, it's what, April 25th. We do not need any kind of snow on April 25th. I got my new sweatshirt on again. If Patty gets on, she'll notice my sweatshirt. I wore this the other day. I had it on, but I got it. She orders them, and Mike got me a couple, and they're so warm, both inside. You can't see. The inside is nice and soft and fuzzy, just like the outside. Oh, so I've been living in it because I've been so cold. And I put this one back on today after the gym. And it's just soft. I just love, love, love it. Okay, so let's see. I don't have any housekeeping really. I say that every week, don't I? I don't really have any housekeeping, and then I ramble for an hour. It is almost the end of the month. We say goodbye to the mini and the annual catalog at the end of the month. And I don't even know what's left of the goodies on the last chance list. So if there's something that you want, take your chances. The free shipping day put them a little bit behind from when they were behind from the big last chance day and the demo pre-order day. So they are picking between 4 and 12 days to get a shipment picked to mail. So if you're waiting on something, that's probably why. Okay, I don't have anything else. My color club sign up ended, so I don't really have to tell you guys about that, but I'm not going to order for another week. So if you want to hop on the color club, shoot me a message. And I'm going to say that's it. Oh, I got Lazy Days back here. Oh no, that's Calm and Quiet. This one over here is a new upcoming hostess set. This is Lazy Days over here. This is the stamp of the month for May, and it has dies, a die set as well. That is available to hop on the order for that until the end of the month. I will order that at the beginning of May as well. And that's it. That has a die set that goes with it. And I'm going to turn my camera down now. Hang on, let me see if I can find the, there we are. Over here. Oh, that's the same thing. How do I have two? Where's my Zoom? Oh, there it is. Duh. All right, so let's spotlight my desktop. See if I can get my computer still in view so that I can chat with you guys. Oh yeah, Mom, and I forgot to wear my, I was gonna wear my, Mom got me a St. Patrick's hat that I didn't wear for some reason. I didn't have a video around then, so I didn't wear my St. Patrick's hat. So I was gonna wear my St. Patrick's hat, but I haven't. Maybe I'll wear that tomorrow night. Here's the card we're gonna make, guys. And it's very non-traditional. I thought that I would make some of the colors from the color refresh in here while not making a traditional green and red Christmas card. But you could definitely make it green and red. I'm going to show you another card that I made, because you guys know I normally follow a blog or a Facebook group, Build Your Stash Holiday Card Makers, and they always give me a sketch, and then I use her sketch and try and shake it up a little bit. But in January, she didn't do a sketch. She did the same as December, so it totally threw me off, and then I just haven't been back to the site. And today I went back, and this was the exact like sketch that she had. And so I just thought, again, it's non-traditional colors, but I couldn't decide which one I liked. My resident creative director chose this one, so I just thought I'd show you this one as well. I just put Merry Christmas on the inside. This is the pecan pie color in Lost Lagoon, and then I used the Ringed with Nature stamp set and dies. And this back here, let me show you how this works. This is still in the catalog, guys. This you get Tree Rings Hybrid. Comes with an embossing folder and then all these dies. And let me show you. So it's just, you've seen the hybrids before. This, you can use the embossing folder like this and cut out the background. I'm just emboss it, I mean, like I did back here. Or you can lay your die inside the embossing folder, put your paper in there, and then it will cut all those and emboss them at the same time. And I haven't tried it yet, but this set also comes with an inner. So let me just take 2 seconds. It comes with an inner ring. Let me just see if it will lay in there and cut out the second one as well. I might have it in there wrong. There we go. Yeah. So if you lay the second ring in there, you could put try and put maybe another piece of paper. I don't know if it's thick enough to cut 2 pieces. You could put like the pecan pie to make an outer ring, and then put some berry vanilla to cut the inner ring, or just do them 2 separate times, leave the rings in there, cut one, and then put the paper for the other. But I wondered about that because I saw the cutest, I should have made a copy of it. I saw the cutest snowman card, and I just wasn't feeling making that tonight. I've been fighting a horrible migraine all day, and I just wasn't feeling that much with that set today. So with that snowman, but if I get a chance, maybe I'll post it on my Facebook page just so you guys can see how stinking cute this snowman card is. But that was the other one that I had mocked up today, but this is the one that my resident creative director said to go for. So that's what I'm doing. And I've got, you start with this is Berry Burst. So we're going to start with a Berry Burst base that is 8.5 by 5.5. Then I'm just going to cut. I'm going to put my crease at 3 inches, and I'm going to give it a little whack and cut that off. So what am I cutting off? 4. So I'm cutting off 1.25 inches. Then I'm taking my embossing folder from the Splatters. It's called Splatters and Stripes. Let me see. It's the mini embossing folders for the mini machine, but it's Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder. This one I found when I was looking it's also still in the catalog coming up. And I thought that these stripes could kind of pass maybe for somewhat of like a tree bark. So I'm going to put this in here. Let me pull up I'm going to use, you got to use, even though it's made for the little machine, I got to use my big one. So I'm going to put this in here. And I found that if I lined it up right at the side of the Stampin' Up there, that was pretty much where I needed it to emboss. So I'm hoping I got that in there straight. This 3D folder uses just the base plate number 1. And then see, this is why I need the big machine, so that I can lay the card and the folder both in, because I'm only doing a little smidge of the card. And then I'm laying the gray plate over the top. And I've said a bajillion and one times that this gray plate is not part of it, but it is. It comes with your embossing machines. The little one has a little plate, and this one, when they call it a specialty plate, I always thought that you had to buy it extra, but it's plate number 4. Set that out of the side for now. And then see, now, kind of like I said, I wanted it to look a little bit like tree bark. And I thought that it did a decent job for that. Let me get a piece of paper here to stamp on. So then I have 2 pieces of paper that are 2 7/8 inches wide by 5 1/4. Nope, 5 3/8 inches long, because I just want a little smidgy border on there. And this one is going to go on the inside, and one's going to go on the outside. And so I'm going to, here's the stamp set, Ringed with Nature, and I'm going to use this poinsettia, I guess, right here with my Berry Burst ink. I'm just going to stamp in the lower corner just to give a little something for the inside. Stamp down there. And I noticed my new inks are really juicy. So if you get any of the new ones, just be careful. You don't want too much. I really struggled with my Lost Lagoon to get my house on this other card to come out nicely. It was bubbly and it just kept filling in all my lines on my windows and stuff. So just be careful if you get those. All right, and I'm going to glue this on the inside. Let's get that step out of the way. You could put another greeting if you got another greeting. I'm putting the Merry Christmas on the outside, so let me see what else is on in the stamp set that we might be able to put on the inside. Thinking of you, it was just for you, Merry Christmas, love and warmth. I guess I could put love and warmth on the inside, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it blank with just the poinsettia. You could jazz that up even a little bit. Let me get the little tiny leaf. My old olive. And oh, look at there. I'm just going to leave it like that. Give a little extra color in there. Now we're going to come to the outside. And I told you in the comments at the beginning that I would tell you how you could make this easily for multiples. So instead of cutting your paper down now to the 2 7/8 by 5 3/8, you could leave it either on a whole sheet like this or half sheet kind of thing so that you could just slice a few off, but just do a 1 sheet wonder and stamp the whole thing down and then go back and cut your pieces. I've already cut mine down, so we're going to go with that. But that's how you could do some more, is stamp them all out and then cut them down. And you get better variety of patterns too if you can do it that way, because this way, you know, I'm going to be randomly precise with where I put all my flowers and stuff. Doing it this way. And I'm going to call that good. With the poinsettia one. Then I'm just using the different, I'm trying to clean off, that's such a deep color. Clean it off before I'm wearing it. We've got all kinds of little elements in here. So I'm going to go to this, I don't know what these are, some type of a berry that would go on a berry. Let's call them a berry. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason if all these things go together. These little things look like gumdrops. So if you ever need a gumdrop, guys, turn to your Ringed with Nature, but they go on these stems. I believe they're supposed to be mushrooms, but gosh almighty if they don't look like a gumdrop to me. Sprinkle a little glitter on them, then they look like sugar-coated gumdrop. Hey, where's my little tiny block? I think it might be So now we're going to use our copper clay, one of our new in colors. And I'm just going to try not and stamp it down too hard because holy smokes, is it coming out dark. Oh boy. Let's see if I can stamp that down again. I don't know because it's not very. Oh, okay, good. All right. Now stop with the copper clay berries. And then I'm going to switch over to the, get that out of my way. I've got wild wheat. And like I said, guys, these are not traditional Christmas colors. And I'm going to show you this wild wheat. I stamped off because I want to show you really how dark that comes out. It's a really kind of cool greenish. We'll see. Try and keep an eye on that and see how light it dries. But so I stamped off because I didn't want to use crumb cake, but I wanted something a little bit lighter than what this was going to be. Now it's kind of a pukey greenish yellow color, but it'll dry nice. All right, so now we've got those leaves, and maybe these leaves and those berries probably go together. If I was a betting person, maybe those berries supposed to come out of there. Who knows? Who knows? I just look at samples and see what I can make with it and go from there. All right, now I'm going to close that up. Done with that one. I've got this longer fern type sprig. Some of those on there with my pretty peacock. Goes down in here. See if I can. And we'll stick one more over here. I think that looks good. And there's so much changing back and forth of our stamp that if you wanted to make multiples of this, it would be in your best interest to make the bigger sheet so that you can do them all at one time versus getting all these out and then getting them all back out to make the next card. So now we're going to use the little tiny leaf again that we used on the inside in Old Olive. So far, all the colors that I used are either new or returning. These two are returning colors. These two are new colors. These are in colors. Our in colors are kind of all, I don't want to call them vintage, but they're earthy. They're real earthy looking. I like them, but they're earthy looking. So now this is just some Old Olive. I'm coming through with this little leaf, filling in some of my white space. I guess I got some more over here. I think that looks pretty good. As I keep going, that looks good. That looks good. I always like to have the little halvesies and pieces and parts coming off the sides. And that you would get if you did the whole sheet. When you cut it, you're going to get the different other different pieces of the stamp where it was cut. And I like that look. All right. So now we're going to clean that block off. I saw I had that pretty inky. All right, so that's going to glue onto the front now of our card base here. Let's see where my border is. I think that looks pretty good. And then I have a piece of white. What did I do with it? That was here on my so I got a piece of basic white, and I'm going to cover my largest ring with it. When I put the die in there, I'm going to close it down. I got to get my machine again. I should have cut this ahead of time, but I didn't. Oh, because I was going to show you guys how that worked with that, putting that die in there. But I already showed you. Showed you at the beginning. Okay. Get that out of the way. Keep tripping on the handle. See? And then it embossed it and it cut it out for us. You can do all of them, one of them, however you want to do it. Flip it this way. And I'm just going to leave that white. We could try and, brush it up a little bit with the blending brush, but I'm not going to do that. So I've got an extra piece of scrap white here, and I'm going to get my poinsettia out again. Okay. Clean that off. And we'll get out our berry burst again. See, that's how that full strength one dried. That's how dark that dried. And I kind of like it. And then there's my second stamped off color up next to it. So Reedy's calling me. She had a thing tonight with faculty members for work. All the new people had to go to dinner with like 20 faculty members, she said. And then she figured that they would talk to them about their research and whatnot. And she must be, I thought it went till 8:30, but must not be. What time is it? 7:30. So she was probably going to leave early. She's not good at staying out too long. So I'm going to cut this out. She said it was at a Mexican-y place and they had free alcohol open bar and free open taco bar. So I hope she at least got something to eat. And I told her to stuff a bag in her purse, a Tupperware, and she might be too nervous talking to all those people to actually eat. So I told her to take something to stuff some tacos in her purse and take them home for dinner. Yeah, Mike had a friend that used to, he made a jacket and he put some kind of Ziploc baggies or put pockets on the inside that he put Ziplocs in or something. Then when they went to their like softball banquets or bowling banquets, the guy would go up to the buffet and then stuff these baggies full of the food from the buffet. He was a bachelor, and then he went home and had dinner for a couple days, but it's like, holy cow, that takes some guts, but I guess they figure they paid for it, right? Might as well get their money's worth. But I don't hear Mike talk to her, so she must not have called Mike yet. She probably on her way home said, oh crap, Mom's on her video. And then maybe she'll hop on when she gets home and tell us all about her little mini adventure she's been on. All right, so I got that little guy cut out, and I did pre-cut some sprigs out from the die set. There's a whole bunch of there's this like smaller, thinner branch, and then there's this thicker branch. So there's two thin ones and two fat ones in the dies. You get a lot of dies. I think these are mushroom stems, and you got the like the gumdrop. Oh, and it must also make an acorn. Maybe that thing makes an acorn too. And then these little things cut these starburst looking things in the paper. Only it would make that design in the paper, but I'm not sure exactly what you would use that on, what the purpose of that is. If there's I don't see anything in the stamps that would warrant this thing. So it must just be to make a little punch out in your paper. That's what happens. You got to play with your stuff to find out exactly what you got going on. So now I'm going to lay this down, kind of just spread it out a little bit and see how I want to have those on there. I'm just going to do them like that. But I did take my Pretty Peacock Stampin' Right marker, and I just colored in the berries on the tip, and I tried to leave a little dot in there, like a little, I filled some of them in too full, but you know, a little dot for the little reflection dot or whatever you want to call it in there. So they're not completely colored in. Oops. All right, well, you know, you get the gist there. Because I wanted to, I didn't want the whole spriggy thing to be Pretty Peacock. I wanted to bring in some of the wheat color. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to put this one down here. Kind of like that. I'm going to put some tape. You guys are going to love how I do stuff, don't you? Just going to put some tape back here, and then I'm going to smoosh it on top of here to try and get my arrangement kind of where I want it. There. Then to secure our arrangement, we will get some dimensional strips and lay them across our sprigs to ensure that they are not going anywhere. And I got this big hunk here. I'll just stick on there. And then I'm going to put it on the very edge. Got to make sure it's all on the piece of the wood. And then now I'll just put some adhesive on the back of the ring. What is this thing called? A slice of wood? A scrap of wood. The wood thing. We'll put that there. Kind of stick that down like that. Then I keep saying then. So yeah, then we're gonna stamp our words. Merry Christmas with our pretty peacock. And we want the Merry. And we want Christmas. Cut them out. And I probably could have just used that Christmas as well, but I didn't know how close I was going to end up cutting it, and it might not have been enough to make it look okay. So it's better to have an extra one than to not have it. My scissors don't feel like they're cutting. I feel like they're tearing. I probably need to throw these in the to be sharpened pile. Head over to the quilting store by the mall and drop them off. Okay, so there we've got Mary. And then I will cut this Christmas. I'm going to use this one because that other one has a double S on it. If I mess this one up, we'll use that, but shouldn't need to. I got to go up to Mom's Stampin' class at her senior center last week. She's got a nice little following of some regular ladies that come every time, and a couple new ones this week. Christy came and helped. It was nice to get to see her. It's a short trip. Mike hurt his back on Saturday, well, Friday, I guess. I don't know what he did, but he's sort of just recuperating now. He's treating it very cautiously as it starts to spasm on him. He stops like doing whatever he's doing. He said it hurts a lot when he stands on it a long time, so who knows? He's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow to go in and get it looked at. He's had it looked at several times and nobody can find anything going on. So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. So all we can do is hope for the best. Feels so bad when he gets in that pain. And you know, it's got to be hurting if he let me drive home from Mom's on Saturday. He does not like to be the rider. And even though I'm a pretty good driver, he just is not a good rider. But I made it home safe and sound. And he's been taking it easy ever since. All right, we're going to put Christmas down here. And I will put the Mary up at the top. Minus the cat hair. here. Oops, and peel that one off, must be. All right, so now we've got our Merry Christmas down there. And then what I did, I tried to stay, you know, with my Stampin' Up! Products. So I found my Shimmery Crystal Effects tube that I don't remember when we had it, if it was last year in the holiday catalog or if it was 2 catalogs ago, but we did sell this at one particular time, and so I grabbed it. I don't even know if it's any good. Kind of looks like it's got a weird color going on in there, but I grabbed it. It's got crystal effects inside with some glitter, but if you have those things called like stickles, those will work too in a fairly neutral color. So then I just dabbed some dots in here and on my flower center. And it's kind of thick. It wants to come up like frosting. So I think I ended up just making it like one big blob. I wanted it to look like little seeds in the center, but like I said, it wants to come up like frosting and then make a point on it like a, what's that thing called? A Hershey Kiss. So then I came through on the little balls here too on my, can you see it? Making a little cupid point. Usually if you just go down and up, it doesn't make the point, but it's doing that too. So it could be old. Who knows? Should probably throw it in the garbage. Look like a little elf hat. Or I guess they kind of settle down once I get them on there. Let's see if I can squirt some on this colored paper. You can see, can you see the little shimmer in it? It's a fun idea. It's got some little bit of glitter going on in there. And so there's our card, you guys. Open it up, put your words inside, or we could put some little doohickeys on those because this is going to, see what it did here. It like changed the color of them. So I don't know if I like that or not. I might have to try and put some more on and see why it changed them. It bled out the color of the ink. So there you have it. That is our card for the April Christmas night. So, all right, I'm not going to turn back to me, you guys. Oh, I am, so you can see my cute little hat one more time. Move spotlight. So now you can see my cute little hat again. Thanks for watching. I will be back again. Don't look for me to be too much on here over the next couple weeks. Got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to try and do up a few things ahead of time if I can. But other than that, I will be back a couple weeks from now. So take care, and I'll miss you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Good night, everybody.